guys. Welcome to yet another amazing episode of your favorite show, to the Youth Hub, the show that gets your groove on. I'm so happy to be here. And when I say happy, I mean happy. Like konaka tension kadogo kombali, but anyway, we make it. Whichever weather it is, we make it. So, karibuni sana. I am yours, Rachel Gambo. To the Youth Hub, the show that gets your groove on. Let's get the conversation started on our SMS line 21144 or at GBS TV Africa across all social media platforms. Yes, now before I begin, obviously mnajua sikuangi peke yangu. I need a group. I need a JC to be with me. Yes, so for today, today I have guests. And you gonna guest na our guests are come to Chesa, by the way. They didn't come to play. So I have honorables kwa nyumba, nikona yani leo nimewaletea tu vitu tamu tamu. So I'm going to begin. Sijui nianzie wapi? Nani ataanza? Tufanye piki ponki ama? Piki ponki. Wacha nianze na my father's side, east side, in left. Yeah. So please introduce yourself. Ambia viewers wewe ni nani? Ukitaka kuwapia namba uwapatie pia. Karibu.
Hello, my name is Evelyn Njeri, and I am a mental health advocate. I am a project manager by profession. I work for a company by the name Mawaidha Limited. It's a marketing company and PR company. And we deal a lot with both corporate and showbiz. Yeah. And I'm also Miss Kavikav Kenya.
Mmesikia hizo titles ziko hapo. Have you gotten anything? Yeah, so karibu sana Evelyn. I'm so happy and delighted to have you here.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, our other guest, guys, for this episode, please put some respect. Put some respect on this episode. Put some respect. Karibu sana, Madam Evelyn, please introduce yourself and tuambie kidogo about yourself.
Good. I am Esther.
Esther, yes.
Katiba. Katiba Constitution. So you can just write it that way. A legal professional. A HR professional, certified HR professional. I sit in as a country chair for GSFN, that is Global Sustainable Forum Network. I sit in as a country chair for G100, which is a women empowerment program. And I am the host of Conversations with Esther Katiba, which is an online platform that speaks to the workplace. And I am a mental health advocate in the workplace.
Guys, you mmesikia hizo titles ziko. Yani hapa tuko na wasomi. Wewe katu hapo kwa nyumba, chukua notebook, kalamu, because hapa tuko lessons. Ni lessons after lessons after lessons. Guys, I'm so happy to be in the midst of these great people, by the way. Thank you so much for honoring our visit. Karibuni sana. Sijui kama mko tayari for the ride.
Yeah. Ready.
You're ready. Yes. So before we begin, we're going to have our very first segment. Into our top trends. We want to understand what is happening in the streets of Nairobi. We want to understand, leo tumeamka tumepata hivi, kesho tutaamka tupate mafuta iko hivi, iko hii bei, iko hivi. Yes, so we want to know what is happening. Celebrity-wise, financially-wise, social-wise, family-wise, kila kitu. And if tunapatana now, this is where we give you the gist. So, beginning with our very first trending topic. So, guys, we have been having a petitions. You guys, mmesikia TPF, sindio?
Yeah.
Yes, you have grown. TPF has graced our screens. Tumewatch TPF, tumeona Judge Ian akisambaratisha watu nje. Yani, TPF. And now we have a petition to bring TPF back. I don't know about you guys back at home. I don't know if you want TPF back, because me I want TPF to come back, because TPF is just a show, and we will all sit down as a family, watch, laugh, do everything. Yes, so give me your feedback. Tell us, do you want TPF back on your screens? Do you want to be entertained again with these people? You know, when you kunaendanga. Talk to us and tell us what you think about that. So,
you know, about TPF, imagine nilifikisha 21 years. Like, I think I was turning 21 the next year. Then wakaacha. And I had been looking forward to turning 21.
So that when they left,
So that I can actually apply.
Oh, you can apply.
Oh.
Yes.
No,
Oh.
see? You will actually be opening doors to people like Evelyn. Do that thing.
And the auditions,
Yeah.
the auditions were the best.
Auditions, bwana.
I mean,
Auditions.
They were
Auditions unapatana na all kinds of manners of people. Yani,
Any sound.
any sound unataka kusikia ipate hapo chini yako auditions. So yes, I do hope irudi kama ni kwa kuulizwa kwangu. I would really love irudi back on the screens. Now guys, I don't know if you are gifted by your partner na mpoa wako. Mimi sijui kama unapeangwa zawadi, hebu tuambie hapo hivyo. Are you gifted? Unapeangwa
Yes,
ama unakwanga tu kuitwa kwa nyumba? Are you gifted, bwana? So we have a social media celebrity Daddy Amore gifts his girlfriend 200 roses, an iPhone 15 Pro Max, and cash.
Well, lens.
Nakwambia. Watu wanatokanga wapi? We need to understand.
Yeah.
We need to understand. I don't know. 200 roses. I think these are roses, not just flowers. These are roses.
Stems.
Meskia. These are roses. So this shilingi mbili, my friend. Tujichunguze, tujite hapo kama kutana hapa nyuma tujichunguze. Anyway, that was about Daddy Amore. So next on the training topic is Vera Sidika calls out former husband Brown Mauzo for revealing their son's face without her consent. Now this is something that is really controversial because what one of these are like should I ask for consent before posting my child on social media? Should I ask my other partner if I should post our child's face? And especially the child is young. See, mtoto mkubwa, it's a very, very young child. It's like some months ago. Uni mtoto a month. So is it good? Is it wise? Do you think it's wise? Do you think Brown Mauzo made the right decision of posting their child on social media without Vera Sidika's consent?
But that's his child. I thought so. That's his child. Unless they had consent that shouldn't be done. But that's my child. The man will say, that's my child. What if she's the one who revealed? Would it be an issue?
You see, like when it comes to a child is made by two people.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the affairs pertaining a child, you two should partner up. And you will not always agree, but there are things like social media is very critical.
Sure.
And you should both as parents decide whether you want your child to be in the public life or or not. If you both agree, then it's fine. If one of you does not feel comfortable with it.
To be honest, how many times do you ask your spouse whether you post photos? He also finds.
It depends.
I have children. My husband finds. I've tagged him. I've tagged him. I'm joining.
Okay, you see, it depends with the kind of career you have. Because you see, let me tell you, like, for example, like I am a model. I am also like working on my music and I'm going to be on the public limelight and all that. When it comes to like even the decision to be public and putting my life out there, it's a decision that I took very heavily. And to be honest, like I would prefer to have a private family life when it comes to that. So when it comes to like you putting my child out there, I will be very, very offended if you put my child out there without my consent. And if it's something that we haven't discussed, and also it also depends. Like for example, there are parents who see their child as someone who has the potential of starting earning money as early. Because like for example, when we go for auditions for adverts and all that, they ask for even 0 to 6 months old. And for you to be able to, and that is now a child who starts earning at that young age, that is a decision that you two as parents, not unless you are parenting on your own, like that is a decision you discuss with your partner and you do not make it alone.
I'm still thinking, unless it's something, and that's what I'm saying, unless it's something you've agreed, I think
it shouldn't be much of a problem.
I've never seen it as an issue unless you both have agreed and then one has decided to breach that contract.
But you do know, like they both have.
Maybe they have agreed.
They both have very public lives, and sometimes they get bullied themselves. If, for example, a troll decides to take it out on their child, Like we've seen different people like Betty, Betty Kyalo, her child getting bullied on air because she put her, that was her decision to put her child out there. So if someone has an issue with Betty, then they go and take it out on the child. That takes a toll on the child's self-esteem issue. And to be honest, like if you as a parent, you haven't decided to do that, especially when you have a very public life, it's different when you have a normal life, you're like just Facebook or Instagram, but when you have millions of followers, it's a very critical
That's what I'm
topic.
saying. If they had agreed and he did it, then that's wrong.
Yeah.
But if there was no consent and he just did what he would have done as a parent, then
Okay, so guys, let us know your views concerning that. As I said, it is a controversial topic to be talked about. So let us know what you think. Did Vera make the right decision to blast Brown for posting the child or not? Tuambieni hapo kwa hizo namba mnaona hapo. Yes, so next is now Pretty Vichy calls out men DMing her mom. Young boys, now she quotes, young boys, stop looking for my mom. She doesn't have money, just have respect. So this came out after Pretty Vichy went and posted a video with her mom. Apparently, her mom is, they almost look the same, age-wise, body-wise, wanaka kufanana hivi. So that's why, so apparently the guys have been DMing the mom now. They've been DMing the mom. So Pretty is saying that the boys should stop DMing her mom. She doesn't have money, so you should just have respect. So boys, please stay on your lane. When mama am to stay on your lane. Stay on your lane. Yes, so for Alikiba lovers in the house, I have something good for you. Alikiba will be coming to perform on the 28th of October here in Nairobi. The Legend Lounge. Yeah, hapo ndio atakuwa anapatikana. So if you are an Alikiba fan, please grab your tickets early, mapema ndio best. Enda pale, msikize, get his favorite tunes. Sikiza pale Cinderella, Nakshi Mrembo, you know. This guy made our childhood great. I can't remember. So yes, and for last trending is for university, more university students campaign. Now I don't know how your university or how your school conducts campaigns, but for more university, they have gone extra and they are doing campaigns inside the school. Yani wanafanya campaigns kama magavana, masenator, hata marais venye wanafanya huko. So yes, if it's inside the school premises, I don't think it's a problem, but ikitoka nje pia inaweza kuwa more of a bigger issue. But again, ni elections ndani ya shule. So tukae tu ndani ya shule tafadhali. Let's stay inside the school to observe rules and regulations. Please, let's not cause a menace huku nje tafadhali. Yes, and I'm wishing all the best to whoever it is that's going to win. I don't know, but yes, let's keep peace. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so that's all we had for what's trending. Sizo peke yake. Guys, if you have any other trending topic, please tell us on our SMS line 21144 or our GBS TV Africa across all social media platforms. Now, guys, I don't know if you're ready. Are you ready for today's topic?
oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
Now we are talking about, guys, me, I have a bright future. I'm going to be doing this. Yeah, me, when I grow up, I'm going to be this. I want to be this and this and this. Now, at the moment of truth, it hapa. You can't just wake up, and then you want to be this. Now, ujipata umekuwa. Now, these two ladies here, watatuelezea kwa kina. Watatuelezea kwa kinagaubaga. What and what you should do, what you should stop doing so that you can get to that dream of yours. Please, I hope you are ready to enjoy the interactive session that's about to go down here. Please, let's keep it GBS TV Africa. We're going to go for a very short commercial break. Tunarudi na this very intriguing topic. Please, tafadhalini, msiende pali. This one nataka tu najua mnapenda kuamka mkikaa, lakini for this one, please, tukae chini because you have a lot to hear from these two ladies. We'll be right back to the Youth Hub, the show that gets you groove on.
Everywhere, GBS.
Yes, thank you for keeping it GBS TV Africa, and we are back with Miss Evelyn and Madam Esther. Tuko hapa. Now, we want to understand itamya kumanifest. We want to manifest our future. Wewe uko hapo chini kwanza. Have you manifested your future? We want to understand. Labda msee pale nyumbani anajiuliza ama amekuwa akisikia kumanifest, nataka kumanifest na hajui maybe hii kumanifest ni nini haswa. So maybe you can just begin. Tuanze bottom level tukipandanga. So please enlighten us. Hii kumanifest ni kufanya nini?
Wow. You know, on a light note, I just thought about the way in churches, with all respect, I'm a pastor, the way demons can manifest. So I don't that's on a light note. But I'm thinking about a person having their own personal statement, vision statement. I think that's where it begins, knowing where you want to go. I want to use the very simplest of terms because I know who I'm addressing. Yeah, so have your own vision statement that says where you're going, stipulates your goals, and kind of cuts the line on where you want to go. Just get to understand where you're going. Know where you're going so that you will target. You see, when you're playing that, I think you're aiming at something, so that is it. There's something we call a vision board. Now, having your vision board as an individual, it's I know companies have their vision board, whether it is physical, it's digital. Have your own vision board. Where do you want to go? Where are you at now? Actually, I start with where am I? This is where I am, and be honest with yourself, be authentic, be real. This is me. I have only Form 4 certificate. Just be real, you know, because there's a tendency of people living somebody else's life outside there. Be real and say, this is where I am, and that is where I want to go. So in between here, what should I do? So then have that board and say, I need to study this. I need to tag along a mentor or a coach. I need to hang around this kind of people. I need to be found in this kind of places. I need to network with this kind of a person. So just drawing that board for yourself and being real. If you want to feature it in the bedroom because it's too real, do it, but just have it somewhere. And as you move, please keep monitoring and ticking what you're doing. And what you're not able to do, be honest with yourself. I'm not able to do this one. Maybe I need help. Yeah.
Manifesting. I hope mpaka hapo tuko sawa. Useme tu kama hujaelewa sema tu hujaelewa. Si kila saa unainua mkono nimeelewa na hujaelewa. Kama hujaelewa sema tu hujaelewa. So that one is from manifesting. Now, Evelyn, mpaka penye tumefika hapa, mpaka penye umefika here, your life, wherever you are. Do you look back in the past and then you like, whatever I'm doing now, ama whatever I have now, I had actually manifested it sometime back. Ulikuwa na how manifestation, how manifesto sometime back, and then now you're actually proud that you are there where you are. Ama it changed hapo katikati.
I think I have lived both, where you manifest it, especially when I was really young. Like I knew I could dance when I was like around, I think 3 or 4, and I couldn't stop dancing. I loved music. I learned how to break dance at around, I think it was 12 or 13.
I thought and this is practical.
Those moves because
and I was so confident. I remember like nilingianga to Form 1 hivi, and like I was 2 weeks late. I think there was a family issue that caused me to be 2 weeks late of orientation. So mimi nikifika napata kila mtu amesha settle and everything. And then when I enter, like that weekend nilifika Tuesday. That weekend nilikuwa nafanyisha auditions za kutengeneza dance group.
And you're late.
And you are late.
And I'm late. and I remember like I don't even know, like sometimes I look back and I wonder like is your confidence ilienda wapi, you know? And I remember like I auditioned like Form 1s, different classes. We had 4 streams, different classes, Form 1 and then nikatoka hapo na dance group. We didn't have a dance group in the school, and then we used to have a very which school? It was Karima Girls High School.
Oh,
yeah.
Well represented.
Yeah. So when we didn't have like free time on Friday nights. We didn't have free time, like our free time ilikuwa time ya kuosha nguo hapo, like on Saturday.
Yeah, I know.
On Saturday hapo sijui ilikuwa saa 5 mpaka saa 7 after lunch mnarudi prep. If you ask me how I actually maneuvered going, like nilikuwa nangoja sijui 8 o'clock. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how, like I got the permission to be practicing every single Friday, like kutoka ilikuwa saa 2:30. It is like 1 hour before the prep ends.
So I don't, I'm already
like me with the group. Ai, ilikuwa inaitwa Silver Roses. And that group was so big that it went all the way through till Form 4. And then I even encouraged like for Form 2s and 3s, they started creating their own dance groups. So I actually pioneered that. And one thing I loved about our school is that our principal used to encourage both, like both the arts and the studies, because we used to, you had to read. And so like my dad is very strict.
I was going to ask, are the parents aware?
Are you dancing?
The career.
My dad is very strict, and he's very, like, he was scientific and all that. So for him, and he was a high school teacher. So alikuwa anajuana na some of my teachers. I'm telling you, anyway, I don't want to give you like my whole life story. The thing is, like, then I knew I wanted to be in art. I wanted to do music. I wanted to, I wanted to sing. I wanted to dance. I was in drama club and everything. And I thank God they pushed me, because they really pushed me. They didn't stop me from doing my art, but they really pushed me education-wise. And I was struggling a lot with mathematics, like when I was in Form 1 and all that. So by the time I realized I had an issue with my mathematics, like I think I had so much confidence. Mwalimu wa math ni wale wenye, mwalimu wa math wale wenye wanaambiwa saizi. Like you enter that school, he was more feared than the deputy and even the.
Wanapanga na yako katabia. Tunawajua, we know you.
No, I think Rachel, it's because you fear maths first.
Yeah, that is so true.
Then now you bring the teacher
But
on
he
board.
was so strict. Mr. SK, he still cheers me on up to now. Like, and he used to really like he was really tough. But now I knew I was smart, but I didn't understand why I wasn't catching up. So mi nilienda kwake nikamwambia, hey sir, I honestly did not get this topic, and it was like one of those simplest, the simplest topics. Like nikamwambia, like nikamwambia mimi sielewi, and I'm ready to have extra classes, and I did that all the way through Form 4, and I got an A- in maths.
Wow.
Yes, so as in, like, I was able to push through my education and still my and my arts. And like venye sana nilingia kampo, I thought that I did modeling my first year.
As a course?
No, like I participated in my university, and I actually got Miss Culture of that year. And now, since like by that time my body had started like getting a bit bigger and all that, I couldn't participate in the national competition because they had restrictions. And I thought that was the end of it. So nikaendelea tu na masomo. I did project management as a degree, and I thought that was it for me. But I still participated in other people's lives, like designing for them and all that. Later on, now I go to I worked in a law firm. I worked in a hospital, and like now COVID came, strikes. Then we are pushed to go home. Like, ukiambiwa sasa you're going home on indefinite leave without pay, lazima uchukue virago uende wapi? Nyumbani, kwa sababu ikikupata na hauna rent na hauna nini, I had to go back home. And to be honest, COVID was a tough year, but it was also the beginning of like me rediscovering my art. And that's when I remembered I wanted to sing.
Something else.
Yes, I wanted to sing. I wanted to model. Miss Curvy Curve came up in 2021. I applied, I won. You know, like, it's like everything I was, because even in high school I modeled as well. Like, it's like I kept on doing. I had given up for a while, but it came back. So you can, and now I'm using my degree in my art. You can use your education and your art together. So that's how I can say, like, I manifested whatever I wanted with a lot of forces against it, with trying to convince my dad, who knew education is key.
To success.
And right now he's actually one of my biggest fans. Shout out to my dad. Yeah. Yeah.
So you were will manifest.
Yes, I
So
did.
It happened.
It happened.
Nimewaletea living testimony. Don't say I didn't bring for you a testimony.
A living one.
You're here, a living one. So, guys, when we talk about youth, sana, we normally have, when the year begins, people are making New Year resolutions. This year I want to do this year I want to do this. By the end of this year, nataka kuwa nimeachieve hii, nataka kuwa nimesave pesa fulani na fulani, you know. And then inafika pahali uko in between. May sijaanza lakini sasa naanza sasa. Sijaanza lakini naanza sasa. And then December inafika, you've done nothing. But ulikuwa na motivation ya kuandika hizo vitu down. You had the zeal to attempt and to try and kufika hapo, but again inakataana. Shida iko wapi? What is the problem? Is it us, the youths, who are not being keen on whatever it is that we really want to focus on? Is it the surrounding against us? Is it the community? Is it our parents? Nini inafanya tusimanifest hizi vitu zenye tunataka kumanifest? Because the year we want, me I want to be rich. Like, there are forces against me. There are forces against me. What is the problem? Is it the youth? What exactly?
I think not just the youth. We also write down things.
Yes.
And I think we pressure ourselves too much, because sometimes the things we write is because I have seen Evelyn is driving. So I am also targeting a certain kind of a car, and I write it down. Be realistic. You know, set smart goals. You know, you can't say I want to graduate with a master's at the end of the year. Common sense says it's not possible.
Not possible.
So just set goals that you know. Of course, don't set things that are easy to achieve, but again, don't stretch yourself too far, because it also frustrates you. Actually, it could lead into stress, depression, and just losing trust in yourself, because it looks like the past 5 years, none of them. Everyone else looks like they're achieving except you, and it's because you're setting goals that you can't. You know. And I know someone who say, don't say can't. Ukwin, usemo. You have no job. God can perform a miracle. God can perform a miracle, and the car can come. But then, can you just be real? You know, I want to move step by step. Just be realistic, and focus on your goals. You know, these distractions. You know, youth. I was a youth.
Been there.
Been there, done that. You get distracted, you know, I want to do this. And then I'm like, I think this one looks better. Now I'm going that side. And then another person here looks like Rachel is doing good. I want to do this. You know, when I do career talks in universities, because I do a lot of that, the youth tend to see the working people like, hey, these guys have achieved. By the time I'm living there, and without respect to people doing education, some of them, or most of them, will come and say, Madam, I want to change my career. I want to go into HR. And you see why? It's because they're looking at you, you're driving, and they're saying, ai, hii side ya walimu haina kakitu. Hii side ingine ofisi kuna kitu, wacha nivuke hii side. So I'm looking at 10, 12 people sitting with me at the end of it and saying, I want to shift. I'm like, you want to shift and you're in the final year? My goodness. You know, the thing is, you can always pick what you have in education and blend it with another course. And that's what I keep telling the youth. Don't give up on what you're already doing. You never know. I have a lot of people asking me, Esther, we would expect you on the corridors, you know, the law courts and everything. And I'm saying, guys, human resource is purely law. And the reason I moved into HR is because I saw a gap.
Yeah.
HR professionals, most of them didn't have a legal background. So organizations would hire a HR and a legal person. So I came in and said, and that would be my edge when I come in for an interview. My friend, you don't need to hire two people. I am two in one.
Two in one.
So just put the salaries together.
Together.
How much were you paying this one?
That is very
How much
smart.
are you paying this one?
We want a HR stroke huo mwingine. Hiyo ni kazi moja.
It is one, but then the package is higher. So I saw a lot of organizations were also struggling with legal issues, you know, labor issues, contract issues, basic things that from a legal perspective was very easy for me. I will read a contract and I'll tell you there's a loophole here. Don't go by this one, don't do this. So then most organizations will be like, come. We need you because then we are saving another 300K on a legal person. So we can negotiate on that percentage of that other one, give it to me. Otherwise, I'll charge you legal on the side. But I think when you're setting your goals, just set realistic goals. You still have some years, of course. Don't be lazy. But also then surround yourself with like-minded people.
Very important.
Now, the problem is you set goals, you're going, and you're determined, and for real, you can make it.
You can make
but
it.
the company you keep,
Yes.
my goodness, it just deflates you. You know, hey, did you talk about this career? Did you talk about going here? Hey, you're dreaming too far. You know, so it's a company you keep as well. Your mindset. Don't be easily swayed. Don't be easily discouraged. Because the people that have made it have not made it without obstacles. So when I was young, you know, kidogo tu hivi, you're so upset and you drop it and go. You start another one. Now you forget that starting another one is even worse. It's harder than pushing what you already have. So keep the right company. I call it increase by association. My friend, you can only become like your friends. The Bible says, show me your friends and I'll tell you
who you are.
So it's not, if your friends can't, won't, that language, you will soon be speaking the same language and you drop your goals.
You start another course.
You start another course.
So guys, let's be mindful of the people that we work with. Very, very important. Very, very important. Let's tujaribu tu. Yes, we want to make it. You have the capability of making it. But again, unatembea na nani? Who are you planning with? And everything of that sort. So yes,
I would like to add into that the section of the goal setting, like adding like some tips of what Esther has just said. And I used to fail a lot on that. So there's a difference between short-term goals, mid-term goals, and long-term goals. So you can be setting very long-term goals, not to say that you can't achieve them, but it will take you 10 years to achieve them. But now you're giving your every single day on these 10-year goals. And then there's the mid-term goals and there's the short-term goals. No, the short-term goals are the ones like between January to March, like 3 months.
3 months.
And that is now, when you do the short-term goals, it's like between now and then, I want to have achieved what? And that is easier to achieve because now you'll be doing it on a daily basis to get to there. And you usually find the short-term goals are actually feeding the mid-term goals, and the mid-term goals are feeding the long-term goals. And then you can actually divide your time to a way that I will be spending, let's say, 50% of my time on the short-term goals, a quarter on the mid-term, and a quarter on the long-term. Because at the end of the day, for you to become a master at something, you require 10,000 hours.
I hope you're writing.
Or even or 7 years. Or 7 years. So for you to become a master pianist, a master singer, a master what, like you have it takes you 7.
Can't be a short term.
Not unless actually I think it's 10. 7 is for geniuses. So like that's why it is important too, even though you're still working on your short-term goals, like going to class every day, making sure you pass the test, making sure you know, like you get that A in that cut and everything. Now that's like 50%, because you know, like lazima when the classes, it takes a lot of your time on the short-term goals. The midterm ni sasa like let's say 1 year goals.
1 year goals.
Yes. And then now long term ni hizo 10 years. So hizo 10 years unaweza sema like I would like by the time I am, let's say like 10 years from now, I would like to have gotten I would like to have 1 million bob in my account. So what does that mean? It means you have to work on your savings kidogo until that time ifike. So at the end of the day, siezi ngoja like 10 years zikiisha, I will magically have the 1 million in my account. It's the same thing about singing. You have to do your vocal practice every day. It's the same thing with law. If you want to be the best legal practitioner in the whole country and you want to choose a specific niche, you have to keep on reading, whether kama umemaliza uni ama hujamaliza. Like at the end of the day, for you to become a tisa, wewe ndio unaonekana hapo, wewe ndio una defend president, like lazima
It's not an easy one.
It's not an easy one.
You have to,
Those guys, they keep
invest.
reading mpaka saa hizi.
Of course.
So when like also section out your goals. That's all I wanted to add.
You guys, it's not siku rahisi huku nje. Someone has finished their PhD na wanasoma bado. And then there's you hapo mnataka tukae. Tusome. Let's read our books. Yeah, so we want to talk about, before tumalize, we want to talk about some obstacles. Yes, we want to achieve these goals and dreams, and we want to create a whole future, these are long terms and everything. But what are the obstacles? So what are some of the common obstacles or challenges that the youth face when they are trying to manifest? The challenges zipi zenye. Personally, I will talk about family, sana family. Family can be an obstacle. So you ni yangu.
I'll say this, Rachel. I think the main one is your mindset. Yes. That one, nobody else will help you. The family can give you the money, they can give you everything, they can support you, they can actually take you to school and lock you in. But if your mind is locked, you're going nowhere. Hata upewe, I don't know how much money in your account.
Yeah.
It's a mindset, because the mind positions you. Your mind is a seat of success or failure. So you choose. You have a will. Choose what you want. She didn't like maths. But then she made up her mind. I need to push myself and I need to see this teacher kando to change. She would have decided, mbaya. Yes, kaende.
But to be honest, when people are saying mwalimu wa math, I am not in that boat.
So it has to do with also your mindset. Again, I say your friends, the company you keep, be careful. What are they saying? You know, their voices, the voices that you keep listening to, what you keep feeding yourself, on, will become truth. You know, they say when a lie is repeated and repeated, it kind of becomes truth. And you're like, nani kweni, you know, so that company, you know, your personal motivation, my friend, it's your life.
Sure.
Yeah, you know, in school, there are people that would, I am that kind in campus, I would read the man. If I remember, I think there are times I tell my family, I want to go back to campus without books.
Without
the books, because we would study. Where I was, there was real summer. It's heat, 50 degrees and above. And that's when you're doing exams. So you will sit on the floor, pour water on yourself, cold water. Continue reading. Well, read. I am the kind, I would read unakauka, like you didn't have water. Because it is hot. Unajimwagilia unakauka. Bado unasoma. I will wake up from that spot, go shower, dress up, go to class. Now, I used to have a friend who was very interesting. She would not talk to me on the way. I was abroad. So she would not talk to me between the house and the college. Atasahau ile kitu alisoma. I'm like, I'm talking to her, I'm trying to say, hi.
Usiniongeleshe. Au ni ya kukram.
Itatoka.
Nenda na michapane evaporate.
So there's a price to pay.
Yeah.
There's a price to pay for everything. So when you set your goals, please focus, zoom in, focus. And you need to deny yourself a lot of things. It doesn't come easy. When you see people are up here looking good, they've paid a price. So you want to get it so easy? My friend, what comes easy?
It's so sad. People calling the Gen Zs the microwave generation.
That's frying.
By the way, let me tell you, to be honest, like I'm a millennial, and it kind of relates to us as well. And kidogo, we're kind of blaming the education system because they needed to brainstorm you and everything. But at the end of the day, like when I was it 27? Yeah, that COVID time, when now a lot of people got to really think about their lives. And one of the quotes, like, I know I'll sound like a broken record because I've said it so many times. 10% is what happens to you. 90% is what you do about it. Yeah. So your life is yours and it is your responsibility. Yeah. It doesn't matter where you came from. Yeah. It doesn't matter who did you what to you. You did not have like financial help to get to go to school. You did not have. At the end of the day, your life is your own. And we have met people who did not have opportunities. Like they did not have, they were not handed life on a silver platter, but they have made it. And they have actually worked really hard and they got there. And the reason as to why is because they took charge. Some of them took charge as little as class 8. There's a little girl who was from, I know personally, she was from a poor background. And this girl, like, ile shule hata alienda, like, primary, hakuwa anajua kuongea, like, English vizuri. But she always, like, manifested, like, oh, I want to go to this high school. I want to go to this high school. And, like, she went to the high school. And she even got laughed at her when she like, spoke about her, even her name. She didn't even know how to pronounce her name the right way. But, like, she stayed, and she continued to work hard, and she even became, I think, the head girl. Wakichekanga tu. Na hata venye alimaliza hiyo high school, hakuwa na pesa ya kumpeleka nini. And then, hata hakuwa na marks. Hata ile, ndio ingie high school, hakuwa na marks za equity. Do you know she got an equity funding? Just like that. Like, she used to go herself. Like, I think she always knew deep inside, like, I have something great in me. I have to unlock it. Like, it used to drive her. And right now, she's she's a medical practitioner somewhere. And she's earning good money. And it's because she did not allow her background to be an obstacle. Not even be an obstacle, to define her. So I will concur with what Esther said. Like, your biggest roadblock is yourself. Yeah. Wachana na sijui your parents, whether they even come and say like hawendi kazi, hata kama watakuja waseme hawendi kazi, at the end of the day, you are the one to allow them. When it comes to a toxic relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship or even a work relationship, or even your friends, like she says, you're the one allowing. Like, there's a toxic person and you're the one giving the permission. So it's you to decide that, do I want to be here? Do I want to live this way? Do I want my life to be like this? Where do I want to go? Then even the Bible says that your words are very powerful. Yeah. If you speak negatively about yourself, that is what will happen to you. If you speak positively about yourself, that is what will happen to you. So manifesting it means you are continuously speaking life into your life. You're speaking success into your life. You're speaking perseverance, grit. You tell yourself, like, najua ni kugumu, lakini this is just a season. Another challenge that I can say that, another obstacle that I can say that is affecting the youth, especially nowadays, is the need to achieve sai. You don't want to sacrifice. You don't want to obey. You don't want to follow the system. Like there are things you cannot bypass. By the way, hakuna shortcut. Mimi nimefanya shortcut, by the way, I can tell you, I can testify. There is no shortcut.
No shortcuts.
You have to wake up. You have to go for and grind. When the challenge comes, remind yourself it is a season. Do not, and then another big one, self-doubt. Like, I know I've always been able to dance, but sasa because nimekam GBS, nimeambia nikatike hapa hivi, like inapotea kwa sababu naanza ku I will embarrass myself, I will sijui do what, you know, like refuse, by the way, talk against yourself. Have an argument inside your head. Inaanza kukwambia, you can't do this. Tell them, no, I can't. I've done it for several years now, and I'm really good. I'm really good at it. Like you have to really speak life. The biggest, let me tell you, the biggest voice to fight, it is you. Wachana na kila mtu mwingine, wachana na any other challenge, you. That's the biggest challenge.
Normalize positive affirmations.
Yes.
So mindset, it's all in the head.
It's all in the head.
It's all in the head. So to attain hizo challenges zingine, hizo ni excuses.
Yeah, those are excuses.
Karume, Jenga Karume. He was a charcoal seller. And actually he has a book, Charcoal Seller.
Wow.
Charcoal seller to a billionaire. Most of these billionaires will tell you, they may not even have seen the classroom. I'm not saying education is bad, but it's here. In the mind. It's in the mind. Look at the Kirubis. If they tell you where they started, you'll be shocked. Look at the Matibas. Give you their stories and you're thinking, no, that shilling of yours was more powerful. You know, we always have an excuse.
Yeah.
You know your family, you know the government, you know then those days. No, then do something today. Yeah, connections and the rest. Even if I connect you to the best job.
And you don't have the skills.
Mindset is...
You will be fired.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you don't, even if you're connected to the right job, you didn't put in the work to gain the skill.
But
you will not take it seriously.
You won't even last.
You won't last.
People do not want, like, you have to also be able to do what you say you can. So even if, let's say, you want to get that job, and you really, really want to do that job, start working on it now.
start working.
When you're not employed yet. Because when you do get the job, they will not come and train you the job. They will expect you to know what you're doing.
Yes, because you know what you're there for.
And I can tell you, from a HR perspective, we look at your skills, but we also look at your attitude. Because it's your attitude that keeps you in the job. Yeah. You can have the best skills, but if your attitude is negative, we don't want that kind of a person. We better train. We can train you on anything else except your integrity and your attitude.
Yes.
Skills will take you to school, but your integrity and your attitude. So then, let me say this. As individuals, I am an advocate that everybody needs to have values.
Yes.
Now, when you walk into an organization, the organization of values, which most of the people don't even know. They wanazipita tu kwa bana. But I encourage that as an individual, have your personal values that drive you. Now, those values will determine the company you keep. The values will determine what kind of jobs you can take. The values will determine what you can speak, where you can go and where you cannot go. I am driven by 3 values: integrity, excellence, and impact. If it has no integrity, it has no excellence, it has no impact, it doesn't matter how much it pays amount. Now, if you don't have values, you find yourself anywhere, anytime. So I encourage people to just write down your personal values, and those values will determine who you hang around with, which jobs you take, because there are jobs you shouldn't take.
Yes.
Your values will say no. Which company you keep, you know, what kind of language you speak. So that now becomes your board.
Wow. When I started, niliwaambia we didn't come to play. We didn't come to play, by the way. I have learned a lot. Have your values, okay? Take a pen, hiyo niko nayo hapo, please. Anza saizi na kuandika values zako. Have your own values. There are jobs you cannot do because your values don't allow you to do, you know? Yes, so wow, that was integrity, attitude, ndio hizo. Kama kuwa tunazo hizi huwezi funzwa, mshaambiwa. This one so just have them. They are necessary
in school.
Skills.
You
Yes,
know,
so,
you know,
thank you.
you've actually reminded me. I watched Michelle Obama speaking about how she used to hire in White House. She like before they get to her, obviously wamechagua Harvard, sijui Princeton, you know, all those big universities. But she wanted to hire herself, and she was looking for the attitude. You know, yeah, she was looking for that attitude, you know, ability to even like kujituma, like compassion, like you're not being pushed. Arrogance was like one of the things zenye ziko chini. Like also, are you driven by ego and pride, or are you driven on impact, like she said, you know, like things like that. And it is important you're telling people.
By the way, tukitoka hapa iko hujapata kitu, mimi sijui. I don't know. Because this is a whole topic that we have talked about here. Na haijaisha bado. Haijaisha. It still has a long way to go. But I feel like as youths, this is something that we should grab with both hands, because a lot has been said here. A lot has been said, and haifunzwi kwa classes, haifunzwi wapi. A lot has been said. So I just hope that we can at least grab something. And I hope you just put everything that they have said into exercise. We can do it. We can do it. Remember, it's all in your head. Ni mindset. Mindset, if you are wrong, no matter what you have, no matter the resources you have, no matter the supportive people you have, mindset is pokua, then you're on the wrong path. So thank you so much, guys, for coming. Yes, we are going to go for a very short break. Then you're going to come back with our final part. So let's keep it GBS TV Africa. 21144 is our SMS number, or at GBS TV Africa across all social media platforms. We'll be right back.
Everywhere, GBS.
Thank you for keeping it GBS TV Africa. This is the Youth Hub, and we are back with the final segment. So before tuendelee, I would love to talk about something. Sijui kama nitakuwa nimedivert kidogo, but I just need to understand, because I have the right people to ask. So why not? Why not? I normally hear people saying, actually I had one of my lecturers akituambia when people give out speeches of how they have made it in life, where they started from, they begin with saying, I came from a humble background. Now I want to understand. Mwalimu wetu akatuambia, there's nothing humble about coming from a poor background.
Yes.
I want to know, surely, is there any connection between a poor family and being humble? Okay, is that statement relevant? I come from a humble background, meaning you came from a poor background.
Even the rich say they came from a humble.
Yeah.
So what is that statement exactly? What are they normally trying to put out when they say I came from a humble background?
I think when they use the term humble is because they don't want to use the word poor. Not necessarily because poor and humble mean the same thing. They mean very different things.
Don't.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's a defense. It's a defense mechanism because of maybe what you want to say. I honestly have never used it. I've never used it because, by the grace of God, I came from a very good background. I've never used it. I'm not bragging. Why would I abuse English?
Wow.
English.
So guys, let's stop. Because
you know. So what are you trying? You know, it's a mind game, especially to the listener. Because when I come in and say I am Esther, I come from a very humble background. We live in Kilelesho, or we live in Runda. What is that? You know, my mind had picked you must be coming from a place I will not mention. You mention it in your head. And you're trying to either gather some pity or some... And, it's the same thing in the job market. Whenever you go for an interview, please don't sell desperation. Don't sell desperation. I am a single mother. Oh, my husband left me. Oh, I have a baby. Oh, I have a... Nobody wants to hire a desperate person, Yeah. So it's like sending to us desperation by humble. So then we are waiting to hear, so what is this humble? Is it you didn't eat, you didn't sleep? What is all this? Just tell us the truth. It's you that we want. It's not you past your background. Yeah, so don't pull your past with you. There are people who just drag their painful past. Yeah.
It just reminded me what Ezekiel Mutua said, like the moment you get to 30, you are the background. Stop speaking about where I came from. I did sijui what. Oh, they didn't give me. Like you are the...
So who are you blaming? Then make it. Do something about it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, let me tell you, you have to take charge of your life because your parents gave you the best they could at whatever capacity they could. I usually say, like, if my parents had 2 buckets of love and I needed 10, they couldn't give me more than 2. That's what they had. And you cannot force them to have more than 2. And let me tell you, it has really made me grow up because we live in a society where we are constantly blaming everyone but ourselves. You are blaming the government, this, you're blaming the society, this, oh, my pastor, this, oh, my church, this, oh, my friends did, oh, sijui who did. At the end of the day,
that's a negative
it is your life. Wherever you are,
Mm-hmm.
it is a decision you have made. Mm-hmm. And it is so sad. It is so sad, like most people live up to 60 for them to actually know that it is your life. It doesn't matter. Maybe you even blaming people who died. They died a long time ago. They will never come and say sorry to you.
Yeah, they won't. Take charge.
Take charge.
Let's say
You will
Rachel,
waste a lot of
someone
time.
can be in a toxic relationship with themselves. I don't
Yes.
know how that is, but you can be toxic to yourself.
To yourself.
We only talk about toxicity in another person.
But
he's toxic, she's toxic, except you. You're being toxic to yourself.
Yeah.
So choose. Yeah.
I usually actually call out people with the negative self-talk. Like, nisikia ukiongea bad about yourself, I'll ask you, would you say that to someone else?
Would you?
And if you said that to someone else, what would they do to you? So why do you think that you can take it?
You kill your own, you kill your own dreams. Kill your own dreams.
Yeah.
So guys, you first let's to see a English Gina let's use the right words to mean the right thing, you know what I'm saying? Yes, so and take charge of your life. That is what I have gathered, to take charge, have a positive mindset, and everything will work out for you who is pursuing and going for it. So I'm going to give you guys a time, a few minutes TV. Please do patia youths word huko nje, give them advice, then you tell us where we can find you on social media. Yes.
Good. To the youth, I think basically what I need to say is, number one, you're a brand as an individual. I am a firm believer in personal branding. Forget about corporate branding. So you brand yourself with your character, your value, your company, whatever you do. Be very careful what brand you carry, because it defines you. People will... The language people use to define you is clearly your brand. That's what they're saying. Esther is... Rachel is, it's a brand. Number two, have your values and work on your mind. Nothing is difficult if you change your mind. Keep the right company, get out of the so-called box, choose how you jump out of it, or whether you tear the box, whatever you want to do, whether you want to soak it in water, but just get out of it.
Yeah.
So that is it. And career-wise, position yourself. And positioning yourself will mean your integrity, will mean your skills, it will mean your networks. Be found in the right places. Please don't just do it for social media that I was with so-and-so and I took a photo. It doesn't add value to you. Go to events that add value to you. You know, if you take a photo with Evelyn or you take a photo with Rachel or with Esther, be sure it means something, or you took something from them, not just to make people happy. And for that, find me on LinkedIn, Esther Katiba, YouTube, Conversations with Esther Katiba. We speak to real, raw issues in the workplace, from the toxicity to leadership, anything you want, you'll find it there. Instagram, Conversations with Esther Katiba.
Conversations with Esther Katiba.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Esther, for... Let's not even talk about that now. Yes, please, Evelyn, tupatie your final words. Ambia vijana huko nje. A word, a powerful word, and you keep them going.
Number one, when you view life, view it at a 360 angle. Do not assume everyone is like you. So when I say 360, I mean my view and everyone's view of the situation. Sometimes we jump into conclusions, we misunderstand, we miscommunicate, or we listen to things in the wrong way, and you end up overreacting over something that wasn't even there. And then you end up destroying your reputation in the process. So before you react, the best time is to respond, and you respond after you have viewed the situation at a 360 angle. The other thing I would like to tell you is that have faith. Most of the things that we do and the opportunities that come, first of all, opportunities do not come to you, like they do not announce themselves. They'll not tell you like, oh, in 3 months, I will come and give you a job. Or tomorrow, or on whatever day, I will come and give you an opportunity. So most of the time, you have self-doubt and you'll feel like you're not worthy of the opportunity. But sometimes we do things via faith. Like have so much faith that even you're shocked at how much faith you have. Because some of these opportunities will come and they'll be like, can you do this? You gotta say you can do it, and then you figure it out as you go. Because a lot of youth, they let go of opportunities because of that. Because you have been waiting for an opportunity to come. Then it is here, not at your timeline, and then you let it go because of that. And yeah, I think basically those are some of the things that I would like you to think about. And also remember, like what we have insisted so many times, it is all in your mind. You're the biggest roadblock, and the biggest roadblock to fight is yourself. If you conquer that, there's nothing you can conquer in this world. Yeah. Nowadays, we don't even say the sky is the limit because people have gone to space. People are building hotels in the space right now. So a few years to come, we'll be paying for ships and everything, and we'll be going to the space for vacation. You can find me on all my social media platforms at Evelyn_Njeri Official on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. And you can also watch my show. I have a YouTube show called Mind to Mind. I host with a psychologist from Kansas City, in the US, and we speak about the holistic well-being, and it is based on balancing your life in all areas of your life. That is the body, the heart, the mind, and the soul. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Hey, Buana. What else? What else do you want to hear? You have heard it all. We have served and delivered. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. It was a very interactive session. I've had so much fun and I have learned. But then in Milan, I've learned a lot, baby. Thank you so much. I'm also going to write down some things today. I have things, unfinished business I need to take care of. So thank you to our viewer at home for keeping it GBS TV Africa. It was the Youth Hub, the show that gets you groove on. I've been yours, Rachel Gambo. You can find me on Instagram at its_Rachel. And let's continue to talk. Let's continue to talk. We have questions for these ladies. Do you have any comments? Do you have any critiques? Do you have any opinions or objections? Hizo zote, you can raise them all. We are here to serve and deliver. Thank you so much for keeping it here. Till next time, same place, same time. I have had an amazing time. I hope you have had one too. Yes, let's continue learning. And remember, mindset, it's all in the head. It's all in the head. Till next time, I was yours, Rachel Gambo. Bye-bye.